All right, Brendan, give me your full name.
Brendan Holmes.
Brendan Holmes. Brendan, what's your position at Carrot and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm part of our growth team. So I don't know, I guess, what my exact title is, but um, on the position side, it's content management. So it's scheduling content, writing content, um, brainstorming content, strategizing content. So it's all around part of the content team, what we have right now, and then the growth team. And then on the other side of it is pay-per-click. So we have a concierge um, clients who I manage their AdWords accounts.
So how did you hear about Carrot and how did you get hired on at Carrot?
So try not to make it a long story, but Trevor and I we grew up in the same town, went to the same high school, went to then the same college. Um, I heard he was doing something with internet marketing. Didn't know what it was. So then I was at the time brains what I wanted to do. I was in a job I didn't like. Internet looked like maybe a way out of it. So I bought an SEO book. Met with Trevor at the loft one day. She's probably 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even more. Before Carrot was I think it was just Chris and Trevor potentially at the time. So that's how I kind of first heard about Carrot, or what Trevor's vision was. And then after that, I started learning, built a website, let that run, and then I went to school at Oregon. Well, it was actually internet based, but it was through Oregon State University. It was a certification program for search engine marketing with more of a heavier emphasis on AdWords. So I learned that, and with the combination of all that, luckily there was a position that was going to be open for the marketing team. At the time, it was just Alex. It was good timing. I kind of luckily I'd started learning all this early enough, years before, and then when there was an opening, then I was ready.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about yourself as far as where you're born, where you live in, family, all that type of stuff.
Born and still live in Klamath Falls, Oregon. I've only been a couple times during college when I was out of Klamath Falls. And then one time that we almost moved, but yeah, other than that, we've been here. And then family, my wife, Chrissy, and our two kids, Josie and Reese. Reese is 8 years old and Josie is 3.
Nice. What about some hobbies?
Hobbies right now, traveling with our family is probably my main hobby right now. I want our kids. I traveled a little bit when I was a kid. I guess I probably followed sports more than I did, kind of family time. So I'm kind of trying to reverse that with our family, where we're spending more time traveling and learning things than anything else. So it's both traveling to touristy destinations and both then the kind of the off the beaten path areas to get a little different perspective on both of them. Yeah.
How often do you go to Disneyland?
I think we've been there 3 times. Yeah, 4 times. Jeez, 4 times the last 10 months. But I think that trend's going to end.
Okay.
We're going to go do something else. Even though it's addicting, I love it. The kids love it. My wife loves it. It's time to move on. Yeah.
All
But
right.
I think
You got a
we will
favorite
go.
book?
Well, we will go one time next year. I'll end with that.
Okay.
Favorite book. Yeah, and this one I had to look up what the name was. It's called Tears of Rage, and Tears of Rage. It was written by John Walsh, who used to be the person in charge of America's Most Wanted. Yeah, and it was about how he dealt with his son being kidnapped, and actually never knew exactly what happened to him, and they had theories. But it's a book I read right after our first daughter, and it was eye-opening to something that like having a child coming and knowing what potentially can happen in a split second has always stuck with me.
What about a favorite movie?
Favorite movie is a tough one. And I'm a movie buff, so I usually categorize these into comedies or action or horror or whatever. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick Dead Poet Society. I'm a Robin Williams fan, and even though it wasn't, I thought it was part of his best work, even though he wasn't like a outlandish or outrageous, super funny guy, but good movie.
Out of all the Carrot core values, what one is your favorite?
Being open-minded, it goes adventurous, creative, and open-minded. And I think that one fits with me more. Just I try to be adventurous in work and outside. Creative, in my mind, I'm probably more creative than I actually am, but I like to try to be creative. And then the open-minded side, yes, I try to in work, and then, like I said, outside of it, especially raising a family, I think it's important to be have a broader view, even if maybe you don't agree with views. Be open-minded to other people's views.
Yeah,
I think that fits.
agree more. Yeah. What is your favorite part about working for Carrot, or the best part about working for Carrot?
My favorite part is kind of that, kind of around all of our core values and our mission of adding kind of the humanity back. But I also like, we have the humanity side, but then we're also trying to add time back to people. And time is such a precious thing that if we can do that for others, man, what an awesome thing. Because yeah, my history of, like, when I was working a job that I didn't really like after so many years, started out okay, but after years I learned like the value of time. So I spent a lot of I had time to think about time. So if we can add that back into our clients, or not even our clients, and we're trying to reach a broader audience than just in real estate. Yeah, that'd be amazing. I think we do.
Yeah.
So that fits.
Agreed. Okay, what's something we may not know about you or expect from you?
Yeah, I used to be a runner. I still run a little bit, but not like I used to. So one of my, I guess, personal physical achievements was I ran a 100-mile race one year.
I still can't believe
back
that.
in, yeah. And I can't either. Now that it's almost been, it was in 2009, so yeah, we're approaching 10 years ago. Which, yeah, I tell my 8-year-old daughter, she can't understand it yet either. But even when I tell her, she doesn't even think I ran races. Yeah, even the shorter ones. But yeah, it's still, I don't believe it. But I wish I could be in that kind of shape again. Maybe someday I will.
I would die after like 100 steps. So 100 miles. Sounds incredible.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Levi.